All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Let's step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Music City. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series hits Nashville. A little Music City action for you today for a 150-lap race. It's race number 5 of the season. We are on the back half of this IndyCar season. If you're going to make a move, now is the time. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch us right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's an IndyCar here on IndyCar race here on a Saturday afternoon. It's Nashville Superspeedway, 150 laps of chaos today, and it's all live right here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here for the broadcast, and excited for what's in store for you today. We are going to be starting at in about 10 minutes or so. They'll go to qualifications. Again, thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here, and owner of High Octane Racing League. This is Nashville. Great little track there located in Lebanon, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, the home of country music. This is race number 5 of the season. You see, we got Iowa, Gateway, and Road America coming up for the back half here. So we are definitely on the back half of the season. The first 4 races have been interesting. I think the IndyCar race, everybody knows who's been watching that or who raced in that knows that was a little bit of a disappointment there. But we got the race in. But we are hoping for a better race here today at Nashville. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. If you want to host your website, your online store, you can also go to EliteHostingUSA.com. Thank you for joining me here on the TurnLeftTV YouTube channel. Don't forget that thumbs up, subscribe, and smash the bell. You know, all those things that everybody asks you to do is on YouTube. Please support me by clicking on those links there. And really appreciate folks coming out and watching the videos, man. It's been an amazing ride here in the last You know what? I've been doing this maybe about 3-4 years now. It's been an amazing ride here. We're approaching 1,000. Help me get to 1,000. Share this video with your friends. Help them support sim racing as well, and TurnLeftTV and High Octane Racing League. Take a look at the point standings coming into tonight's race as well. Hank Staniker got a pretty comfortable lead there. Bram Vandertang sits second in points. Ritsky Novar is third. Gordon Carter sits fourth in points. John Stanley fifth. Ed Palumbo is sixth. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is seventh in points. Emerson Scott is eighth. Dennis Hughes in ninth. And Dennis Vandeven sits P10 coming into tonight's race. And Frank Hammond with a big win at Indy last week is 11th. Eugene Fedorov 12th. 13th is Sofian Amara. Antonis Paparanopoulos is 14th. Colin Madiak 15th. Danny Luke is 16th. William Snowden 17th. Derek Ost is 18th. Alexander Meshkov 19th. Peter Church sits 20th in points. And 21st is Everett Gertson. Dan Richter 22nd. Paulo Roberto 23rd. And Andres Jimenez is 24th in points. Got about 6 minutes before we head to qualifications. Some more racing headed your way this weekend. High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be at Nashville tonight, I should say. 110 laps there so as soon as they clear the IndyCar debris off the track, they're going to throw out the stock cars. And that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Saturday Night Thunder, the next gen at Nashville. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will begin a brand new season. Season number 3, race 1 will be at Michigan. Man, we haven't been to Michigan yet in the Tough Trucks, so 90-lap race coming up on Wednesday, June the 4th. And that is race 1 of a 10-race season. And the Bushwhackers Series. Those guys will be at Phoenix for a do-over of race number 7 for a 120-lap race on June the 6th. That's Phoenix Raceway in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Xfinity Series. Take a look at the track here at Nashville, located in Lebanon, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. 1.33 miles in length, 2.145 kilometers. 4 turns, of course. Banking in the turns at 14 degrees. Front straight at 9 degrees. And the back straight at 6 degrees of banking. Don't forget to join us over at highoctaneracing.net. You get a quick link to our Discord server. We do most of our business. Updates of schedules and who's doing what, who's racing what, who's winning what. All those things available at highoctaneracing.net. Valdo checking us out here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to join us there. Well, I'll tell you what, man, it might be hard to pick a winner today. My pick to win this race. Wow. My pick to win this race is going to be Bram Vandertank. He is leading in this practice session. Got about 3 minutes before we kick it over to the qualification session. Do a little bit of a test. Thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate your support. Yeah, taking a look at the schedule, we'll be at Iowa Speedway next week, June the 7th. 220-lap race in that classic short track oval, not only in stock cars, but here in the IndyCar series. It is a classic one, man. A lot of room to race there, but it is a short track, and that should be a fun race. Coming up on June the 7th. And we have got a great international flavor here. A lot of Euro drivers. A lot of Euro drivers here. A lot of drivers from South America, United States, Canada. Even get some drivers from other parts of the world as well. Somebody from Ukraine here today as well. That's one of our best buddies, Dennis Jubichin, one of our brothers. All right, these guys are headed to the qualification session. These guys are, as you know, this game, man, sometimes when you switch sessions, people get disconnected. Step on the gas. All right, does look like these guys are now headed to the qualification session. So they will have 10 minutes to get their 2 qualification laps in. Hopefully they're supposed to get it in the first half of quals so we can do the drivers meeting. It looks like Dennis Uderton may be out on the track. So Dennis Uderton, one of our great Ukrainian drivers, out here on the track, and he's going to lay down some qual laps. Claudio Bardelli Jr. wishing us good luck there. .24.945 for Dennis Uderton. Graham Vandertang. Peter Church. Take that back. Peter Church out on the track. Hank Stenick at the top time with a 24.884. Uderton is second. Carter third. Snowden fourth. Zaleski is in fifth. Peter Church right now in P7. Let's see what lap number 2 will do for him. 26.571 P9 there for Peter Church. About Givaldo Spindola. His out lap here. Let's see where Givaldo lands. Vandertang up to P2. Gordon Carter is P1, so how about that? Gordon Carter, that second lap, 24.809. He is putting some laps down, baby. Givaldo says, I've got something to say about that. See where Givaldo can put this IndyCar. Gordon Carter at the top time, 24.809. Oh, man. Givaldo almost lost it there. He touched the apron between 3 and 4. And 25.895 for Givaldo, P10 here so far. Ed Palumbo out of the track here in this latter half of qualifications. So 24.809 is the time to beat. .26.302 for Ed Palumbo. He's got some work to do here on lap number 2, if he's even going to do a lap number 2. 26. Looks like he's backed off that second lap. John Stanley in his out lap. So Gordon Carter the top time. Givaldo Spindler at Palumbo, and John Stanley still having to record final lap, but I think Palumbo has ducked into pit lane, waved off that second attempt. But John Stanley here, our last qualifier. Let's see where he lands. 24.809 is the time to beat. $28.985. So it looks like he's waved off that. Carter getting the pole position, so congratulations to him. We'll give you the final results here once qualifications have officially ended. Thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started.
TurnLeftTV. TurnLeftTV. TurnLeftTV.
Make sure we remind them.
Your butts, cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas, alright. Race fans, my heavens, my heavens. Bushwhackers.
That's the brother. All right, we are back, and I believe qualifications are just about officially ended. They've ended, but I can't actually get the results of qualifications until after the session's over. In case you're just joining us today, we are at Nashville Superspeedway for race number 5 in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. It's a 150-lap race, and we are beginning the back half of the season of an 8-race season. So we've been through 4. We are on 5 now. So tonight, 150-lap race here, race number 5. It's Nashville. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And I appreciate your support and watching the race, whether it be live or on replay. I appreciate everybody coming out, watching the race, supporting High Octane Racing League. Let's take a look at the qualification results. I think we're ready to do that. Look at who's at the top of the grid. Gordon Carter with a 24.809 is our top qualifier. Bram Vandertank qualifies in the second position. We'll start outside row 1. Row 2, Hank Stedeker in that third qualifying position with a 24.849. Dennis Schuster qualifies in P4 with a 24.862. Tight times right there. William Snowden starts in the fifth position with a 25.112. Claudio Bardelli Jr. qualifies in 6th with 25.248. Mateusz Zaleski qualifies in 7th with a 25.375. Alexander Meshkov, how about that? Meshkov coming out here. That's some royalty right there in the sim racing world, believe me. 25.5 or 4.54 is his time. He likes Indy cars, man. Jair Oliveira loves those Indy cars as well. One of our great Brazilian drivers. 25.696. Givaldo Spindola, one of my best buddies, 25.826. He qualifies in P10. Qualifying in the 11th position is Ed Palumbo, one of our New York drivers, 26.300. Peter Church, 26.571, qualifies in P12. Dirk Oost qualifies in 13th with a 26.880. John Stanley starts 14th with a 28.985. He went out a little bit on that first lap and did not do the second lap. So those are the top qualifiers here for the positions. Got about 7.5-ish minutes left to go in the practice session, so these guys can, or excuse me, the warm-up session, so these guys can figure it out. track is really a lot of fun, especially in Indy cars too. I think the car's fun in stock cars as well, but it really is, it's not a super speedway. I think there's been some talk here tonight about, do we use a super speedway configuration if it says super speedway? I would not, actually. This is more of a speedway, just not a full super speedway in my opinion. But race keys here tonight. Save your tires, man. This thing's gonna be tough on tires. These concrete tracks can be a little over grippy, or a low abrasive, I should say. That's probably the best way to put it. Abrasive. Find your groove and race this track. Set up some passes. Make sure you manage the traffic as well. This is a shorter track, even though it says super speedway, so you're going to have to set up some passes and manage that traffic and make good pit stops on and off pit lane. That's going to be big today here at Nashville. Take a look at my side-by-side here and make sure that is working beautifully. And it does look like it's working beautifully. We'll get some guys in the chat session. Preston Hassel joining us in the chat session. Also, JJ joining us. Claudio Bardelli Jr., of course. I can't read, I'm not sure the language right there. Hello there. Who is this, man? I don't recognize the letters. That's my problem, man. I apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. But whoever you are, somebody will tell me who that is. About 3 minutes left to go before we kick it over to race. So we are just under 2 minutes from going, I believe. Got a minute left in the warm-up session. Don't forget, next week we will be at Iowa Speedway for race number 6 of the season. And just 2 more road ovals to go, and then we got a road course to finish out the season here in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. All right, boys and girls, I think it's about that time. Time to get this party started, huh? So race number 5 looks like a driver has dropped out. Cannot, lost a connection. They can't find the server again, so must be some connection there issue on his end. Will also drop from TeamSpeak, so unfortunately, attrition. All right, here we go. Here we go. Race number 5, boys and girls. It's Nashville, 150-lap race. And we are getting after it now. So it's race number 5, 150-lap race, and let's take a look at the starting order. Gordon Carter starts P1. Bram Vandertank starts outside row 1. Row 2, Hank Steneker and Dennis Yudichin. Row number 3 will be William Snowden, Claudio Bardelli Jr., Mateus Zaleski, and Alexander Meshkov start in row number 4. Row number 5 is Jaya Oliveira and Givaldo Spindola. Row 6, Peter Church and Dirk Oost. Row number 7 will be John Stanley. He did not qualify. So now we are getting real. Been a long haul here in the broadcast to get this going. 150-lap race here tonight at Nashville. My race keys here. Save your tires, man. Find your groove. Set up those passes. Manage that traffic. And make good pit stops. Be patient here, too, man. Really, it's easy to get excited at this track. It's fast. It's fun. Traffic is going to be tight here. Just get yourself in a groove. Get the tires worn in a little bit, and then really start getting after it. All right, man. Gordon Carter's going to lead the field here to take the green flag. The lights are out on the pace car. And Brand Vandertang on that outside line will challenge him for the race lead right off the bat, I believe. Denis Judichin, one of those Ukrainian paint schemes. Ukrainian colors here starting on the outside row 2. He loves Indy cars too, man. He's going to be really, really strong. And of course, Jan Staneker is always strong in the IndyCar series. Pace car's off. Here we go at Nashville.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're green. Already whoa, man. Vandertang did not get a very good start and dropped a couple of positions here. Actually started outside row 1, but man, I'll tell you what, he dropped way, way back. Now is recovered, now challenging to get around Gordon Carter. Vandertang, holy smokes, man, that was a weird start, and Staneker came out on top there in that melee. He is the leader. Vandertang second, Gordon Carter now falling back to the 3rd position. Take a look at Gordon Carter here running in P3. Boy, he got snookered there on the start or something. Snowden, Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting after it as well. Take a look at this pass here as Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting around William Snowden. And picking up a spot. Snowden have to play a little defense. Now running in the 5th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in P4. Mateusz Zaleski here battling Denis Judichin. Judichin on the outside line. Zaleski on the inside, gigging around, and now behind William Snowden. So he makes a pass on Denis Judichin. And Zaleski trying to move up. John Stanley back here with Peter Church. Those guys battling side by side. Stanley in the 13th position. Peter Church holding on to P12. Eric Oost on the outside or on the inside line gets around Jair Oliveira, and now continuing to try to move up. JJ running back in the 10th position. Waldo Spindler running in P11. Hank Staneker jumped out to the race lead right off the gate, baby. Made a great pass. Got around 2 drivers, actually. Went from P3 to P1, and I'm not sure we were all the way through turn 1. Look at this battle here. This is Gordon Carter, who's running in the 4th position. Gordon Carter running in P4. Just behind him is Mateusz Zaleski. Take a look at Mateusz Zaleski running in the 5th position. Battling for P4. He is all over the back of Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter's got a good run off the turn. And Zaleski gives up some spots. He gives up some time there. Alexander Meshkov and Jair Oliveira battling it out. Meshkov on the outside line as JJ on the inside line has to hold on to P10. He was giving it a shot there on Meshkov, but not able to pull off the pass. Meshkov battled back. Take a look at this attempt here. JJ has a good run on the inside line. But Meshkov battling back on the outside. And able to hold on. Peter Church and John Stanley here battling it out. Peter Church to the inside of John Stanley. And Peter Church picking up P12. John Stanley back to the 13th position. Hank Staniker, the leader. He has not been able to completely put a significant amount of space between he and P2. Take a look at this. Is Mateusz Zaleski getting around Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter now falling back to the fourth position as Zaleski gets by. Actually, Gordon Carter back to the fifth position. I take that back as Mateusz Zaleski now moves up to P4. Take a look at his pass again. As Zaleski working on the inside of Gordon Carter. Getting around and putting Carter back to P5. Dirk Oost battling Unichin. Unichin's been up on the outside wall. Unichin might have made contact with the outside wall there, giving Dirk the room that he needed. Not sure if there's damage to this car. But now he's falling back to the seventh position. Hank Staniker continuing to lead. That gap is about 1 second there over Vandertang. Vandertang running in the second position. We take a look at that battle there between he and Claudio Bardelli Jr. About a half a second separate the two of those guys. I tell you what, man, Claudio Bardelli Jr. is one of those guys, you can put him in anything, a GT3 car, an Indy car, a stock car, and he's going to make it competitive. He's just a racer. That's just Claudio Bardelli Jr., man. You never see him get heated, getting, shouting match with anybody, anything like that. He's just an even-keeled, level-headed, happy dude, and one of the best race car drivers we have here at High Octane Racing League. He is right now running in the third position, so good run here for him. Givaldo Spindola now trying to get around JJ. JJ liking these Indy cars, but Givaldo giving him a run for his money. This is for the 10th position as Givaldo picking up P10. Givaldo on the move here in the 10th position, trying to close in on P9, and that is Alexander Mashkov. On board here with Givaldo Spindola. Spindola way up the track, but gets a good run. Trying to diamond that corner a little bit. And he has a run here on Meshkov. He is looking like he wants to get around Alexander Meshkov in a hurry. JJ in that mix as well. That battle has subsided a little bit as Meshkov has regained his composure. And he is now holding on to the the ninth position in the 7 car. Dennis Unichin closing in on Dirk Oost. And Unichin to the inside. Dirk now falling back to the 7th position as Dennis Unichin picking up that spot. Here on lap 19. And he's starting to get a little settled now. A few passes here and there, but things have sort of settled in for the time being. Except for Hank Staniker's lead, which is melting away. Graham Vandertang is closing in. He was only about a half a second down. He was about 2 seconds down there for a bit, but now closing in on Hank Staniker. Hank Staniker is our points leader coming into tonight's race. Or today's race, depending on where you are. I guess it's today for me, but this battle here as We saw Givaldo get around Alexander Meshkov. Givaldo having some connection issues here, it looks like. Wow. Big-time connection issues there for Givaldo, so that's interesting. Hopefully he'll get that worked out. So he is back to the ninth position. William Snowden raced with us in our last IndyCar series. He's even done some stock car racing with us. He's running in the 8th position, kind of out there by himself right now. Waldo is about 2.5 seconds down, and William is about a second and a half behind P7, and that is Dirk Oost. On board here with William Snowden, having a good solid day here, running in the 8th position, hoping to crack the top 5. Gordon Carter here running in the 5th position in the 77 car. So he is running in P5 in the 77 car. Ukrainian colors there for him, and taking some admin duties here with us tonight. Good run there for him, running in P5. His teammate just behind him. He's about 5 seconds behind Gordon Carter. 5.5 seconds behind Gordon Carter. He's running in the 6th position in the 7 car. There's a lot of guys in the 7 car, I believe, but let's see what his number actually is. If we can. Maybe. Where's his car at? God. There we go. 47 car. Why did I not know that? There we go. Beautiful car. As it runs our camera into the wall. William Snowden has closed in on Dirk Oost. Snowden to the inside and is going to pick up the spots. Dirk Oost is trying to battle back on that inside, but he is not going to be able to get around. So Snowden picking up a spot. Take a look at his pass again as William Snowden closed in on Dirk Oost. And Dirk looked like he went down to the inside like he was going to try to get back by, but not able to pull off that pass. And William Snowden now up to P7. Hank Staneker is the leader. That gap had diminished down to about 1/2 second or so, but Vandertang now back 2 seconds. Mardelli Jr. is in 3rd. Zaleski is 4th. Carter is in 5th. Dirk Oost indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by, I believe. So these guys are announcing it out loud so the rest of the folks who may be racing around them can make some adjustments. So Oost on pit lane here, or coming to pit lane here on lap 31. He is on pit lane, and that may spell, maybe tell the story there about what's going to happen with some of these other guys. I would suggest some of these other guys may be coming down pit lane here fairly shortly. Oost on pit lane as our leader continuing to open up a gap on Vandertang, who's in P2. Well, it looks like Oost has retired his machine. So something happened with Dirk Oost, and the car is out of the race. Maybe had gotten into in the wall, maybe some damage. And that team decided to pull that car off. And he is retired on pit lane. As Hank Stedeker continuing to lead. Alexander Meshkov battling Givaldo Spindola. Meshkov on the high line. He is going to get by Givaldo. Actually took the low line and got by Givaldo. Meshkov up to P8 as we follow our leader, Hank Jan Stedeker. .36 laps in. Hank Jan Stedeker now rolling up on some lap traffic. As we now have one car out of the race and 4 down 1 lap. Stedeker continuing to push the issue there, but he's not able to open up more of a gap now on Vandertank. So that maybe because of the lap traffic has diminished somewhat. It's down to about 2 seconds as Vandertank running into P2. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in the 3rd position. And Claudio is indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. His team is calling him down to pit lane. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. indicating he's coming down pit lane, and he does exit the track down through the access road. Be really careful here. It's easy to spin out, get into that grassy area, and that car is done for. And it's also easy to speed here on pit lane as well. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. is on pit lane. I would suggest to you he is not going to exit the race. Bardelli Jr. making a pit stop here on lap 40. Looks like John Stanley also on pit lane. Bardelli Jr. finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. As we're following the race leader, Hank Jan Stedeker and Claudio Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. coming back out on track in P11. A little different sequence there for him. This Peter Church running in the 9th position. Zaleski might have had some trouble here. I'm not sure what happened to Matthias Zaleski coming back out on track. A little bit, a little salty here in on the access road. Boy, he's lucky that car did not come all the way around. Man, that was strange there. As he came off the track, came up onto the track here. Everything seems to be all right at this point, but man, he starts getting a little bit, maybe he's just trying to warm his tires up. He spins, he catches it in the grass. That is a gangster move right there, just to catch it in the grass, and keeps the car pointed in the right direction, and we don't have a caution flag as a result. So good news there for him. He is in the 11th position. Holy smokes. That car almost came around, but he was able to catch it in a really awkward area too. He did a great job keeping the car pointed in the right direction. This gap has extended. Vandertank now back almost 5 seconds now. from Staniker. So the back half of this run, Staniker has been able to open up quite a bit of a gap there on Vandertang. And Vandertang's probably had to race a little bit harder than what Staniker has had to do. Used up these tires, maybe just the tire wear situation not working quite well for him, as he is still dropping back. The back half of this run has not been favorable here for Vandertang, although he is running in the second position. Gordon Carter is running in P3. And we've got a good battle for the fourth position between Dennis Udichin and William Snowden. Udichin running in the fourth position. Snowden is in fifth. And a good battle here. Snowden looking on the high side. As Udichin does not want to let him around, but he is going to race him hard. Dennis Udichin, William Snowden battling for position, and we got a lap car in the way. Up on the outside line. There's a lap car in this mix as well. And that is Zaleski. Zaleski on fresh tires. I just let him go. And that definitely affected William Snowden's momentum. So he has now dropped back about 3/10. Now closing back in. Hey, not so fast. Before I could even get it out of my mouth, he's all over the back of Dennis Udichin's machine. This is on the front stretch, crossing the start-finish line, and these guys are battling for position. William Snowden to the inside of Dennis Udichin. Snowden going to pick up a spot. Udichin doing the crossover move. He wants that spot back. Dennis Udichin wants that spot back, but he's not going to get it. He got down there on the inside line and had a run, but didn't have the angle. And Snowden holding on to that spot for now. Now starting to open up a little bit of a gap there on Udichin. Udichin falling back to P5 as Snowden is in fourth. Maybe a sense of urgency out of some of these guys. Those guys are about 23, 24 seconds back. And your lap times here are roughly around 26 seconds, so they are not too far away from going a lap down. Getting some word on the radio that Gordon Carter will be making a pit stop. So Gordon Carter in the 56, running in the third position. And he is coming down pit lane. So Gordon Carter giving up P3 to make a pit stop here on lap 52. Gordon Carter all by his lonesome on pit lane. As Staniker continuing to lead. Gordon Carter finishing up his pit stop, it does look like, so he is now coming back out on track. On board here with Gordon Carter as he rejoins the racing surface. That could be a little bit of a funky area there as you go from the apron up onto the track, but that banking can really upset the balance of that car. And we've seen guys spin doing that as well. Gordon Carter able to make that transition with no problem. Meshkoff and Bardelli Jr. having a little bit of a battle here. Bardelli Jr. to the inside, Meshkoff up on the outside line, and Bardelli Jr. going to get through. running up on some lap traffic as well. Or some older tire traffic, I should say. Some lead lap traffic, and that is Graham Vandertang. And Vandertang gave him a lot of room, but that got a little dicey right there as Bardelli Jr. wanting to push his way around Meshkoff. We'll take a look at this again. Bardelli Jr. trying to get around Meshkoff. He's on the inside line, runs into a little bit of a roadblock with the, oh man, oh, there was contact there. Might have been contact. Did not see that on that first go-round. We'll take a look out of Meshkoff, from Meshkoff's car. Take a look here as you see he just drifts up and maybe gets into, right there, yeah, oh man, gets into Meshkoff, a little tire-to-tire contact, wheel-to-wheel. Bardelli Jr. just trying to sneak through here. Jumps up the track. And then contact right there. Oh, a little kiss by Claudio. And you know Meshkoff is going to have some damage there. He hit pretty hard. He didn't damage a wing or anything like that, but that car might be boogered up a little bit. Bardelli Jr. was just trying to get through. I don't think he did it on purpose, but trying to get through and not able to make that pass. Take a look at Peter Church. Peter Church running in the 12th position. He is 3 laps down. First time we've checked in on him tonight. In the 60 car. Probably not the night that he had hoped at, but getting out here, getting some points. Maybe win that war of attrition as well. The team cars there, it looks like. Is that Matthias Zaleski sneaking through? In the 7th position, so Peter Church running in P12 here on lap 61. Let's take a look at Matthias Zaleski. He's running in the 7th position. Saw him last IndyCar season. That was last year when we ran the IndyCars. And, he had a great season. He's run with us before, and not only that, but he's done some stock car racing with us before as well. Trax VR checking in on us too. Good to see Trax VR here. Appreciate that. You guys are up in that Calgary area, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they may have other areas across Canada, and maybe even in the northern part of central, or the northern part of the Midwest. There may be Midwestern United States. There may be some Trax VR facilities as well. I should know that, but I know up in the Calgary area, Trax VR provides sim racers. I mean, guys are just love to have fun, but all range of folks who take it seriously, folks who getting out just doing it for fun, and they supply all the goodies as far as the sim rig and the computer and all that, the place to race and the atmosphere and the beverages and the fan support. They supply it all for you out there. Well, I should say up there for me. And thank you so much for what you guys do for sim racing as well. I think it's just more. I think it's more than just rFactor 2 as well. We've got one of our racers here, Dana Grover, not out with us today. I think he's on a little bit of a trip, but he races at Trax VR. William Snowden coming down pit lane here on lap 65. So William Snowden making a pit stop. Our race leader has been down pit lane as well. Claudio Bardelli Jr. now shown as the race leader. Daneker's finished up his pit stop, coming back out on track, and he is 5.5 seconds down to the race leader. Kind of give you an idea of where he's at relative to everybody else. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting some laps led here at Nashville. We've been caution free. Keep our fingers crossed. The only caution we had was when we were testing cautions before the race started. We did get started a little bit late. We need to get enough people in here to do a test. And Hank Staniker running into second position is wanting to close in, get around Bardelli. You know Bardelli Jr. is a little bit different pit sequence. Vandertang in fifth, just ahead. Bardelli Jr.'s got about a 4-second lead right now over Staniker. But Bardelli Jr. is definitely on a different pit sequence. I believe, take a look at Dennis Schutterchair running in the 7th position. See him working that wheel. That car got a little bit loose on him through the corner. He was working that wheel quite a bit. See that right? Under that counter steering, keep that car from going around. He's got a very loose race car right now. On board here with Dennis Schutterchair, and that car is quite loose. Let's see what he does here through the corner. Not better there, man. It's just a fine line there. You know the back end, especially in the back half of that corner, wanted to come around. That car is loose. So Dennis Schutterchair fighting a very loose race car right now. Staniker closing in on Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. is about 1.4 seconds ahead of Staniker. Staniker can get around some lap traffic. Take a look at Bram Vandertang. Bram running in the 5th spot as pit stops start to cycle around. Some guys on different pit strategies. Right now running in P5. Probably not where he wants to be, but there's quite a bit of race to go. And we are not quite to halfway. Got started a little bit late. We had to test just to make sure the plug-in situation was loaded. I had somebody troll me on my YouTube channel last week about Indy, calling it a fake race because the cautions weren't working. But we found that there was a problem that occurred. The plug-in was loaded. It was just a problem that occurred that broke everything, broke the race. That's what happens, man. No need to get on TurnLeftTV and troll me. It seems like a weak flex, as the kids would say. A little bit of a weak flex. I'm not going to call the dude out. He knows who he is. So we're doing all right. We've had 78 views so far. Hey, that's good. Maybe we'll get 178 before it's over with. But John Stanley here running in the 11 car. He is in the 11th position. 2 laps down. Our great Canadian drivers. He's running in P11, hoping to crack the top 10. He's got about 11 seconds there between he and Givaldo. Givaldo running in P10. This guy's 2 laps down. First car 2 laps down is running in the 8th position, and that is Alexander Mashkov. Take a look at JJ. JJ down to the inside. He likes these IndyCars, man. Down to the inside. He gets around Givaldo. Also gets around Gordon Carter, but that Gordon Carter pass was not for position. JJ running in the 9th position. He's gotten around Givaldo, who was now back to 10th. Take a look at that pass again. See JJ here running in the 9th position, or now running in the 9th position. He was in 10th. Getting around Givaldo, who was way up in that outside line, giving him a lot of room. Claudio Bardelli Jr. indicating he's going to be coming back down pit lane here, so Claudio Bardelli Jr. seems like it hadn't been long ago before since he pitted. Now he's on a different pit sequence than some of these guys, and now jumping off the track down onto the access road. The thing about these cars is there is a speed limiter, so I don't say it's impossible, but you got to make sure you engage that speed limiter before you get to the line. John Stanley, I believe, is on pit road as well. So John Stanley making a pit stop here on lap 79. 4 tires and fuel. Just past halfway. Definitely interesting to see the differences in the pit strategies as you see Stanley finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Good to see somebody, nobody's knocked over the cones yet. We talked about that in the drivers' meeting. So John Stanley now back out on track in the 12th position. Zaleski running in P2 is 18 seconds back, 17 seconds back, almost 18. So a little work for him to do. Maybe, you never know, man. You know, we don't see as many speeding penalties, I think, in the IndyCar series as we do stock cars, because the IndyCar series does have a speed limiter. A lot of laps to go here, so never count yourself out till the caution or till the checkered flag waves, or the caution takes you out. William Snowden running in third. Good run there for him. About 8 seconds back to P2. So a fair amount of distance there, but not something that I think is insurmountable. We still have a long way to go. Bram Vandertank is running in the 4th position. About 5 second gap there between he and P3 of William Snowden. Snowden's just a little bit faster, I think, than Vandertank is. So Gordon Carter and Claudio Bardelli Jr. here mix it up. Carter's on the outside line. Claudio Bardelli Jr. wants to get around there on the inside, and he's going to get around Gordon Carter. Carter didn't fight too hard as Claudio picking up P6. Gordon Carter falling back to the 7th position. Dennis Uterchin just ahead as well. Now Uterchin is running in 7th. In 6th, Bardelli Jr. wanting to get both those cars, and he does. He thought he was looking, having deja vu as he passed a blue and yellow car and then another blue and yellow car. Both generally the same paint scheme. Let's take a look at this pass. Gordon Carter going down to the inside, Carter up on the outside line as Bardelli Jr. slips through there and now sets his sights on Dennis Uterchin, who's just ahead. As we lost that one. There we go. Gordon Carter falling back, giving up a spot to Bardelli, and then Bardelli Jr. has to fight Dennis Uterchin for that spot. So Bardelli Jr. picking up 2 spots in a hurry. Patience right there. Patience and then gentleman-like driving between those guys. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola. Givaldo running in the 11th position. Been a quiet night here for him. Got a little racy early on now. He's making some laps here, hoping to improve his positioning. Going to need a little bit of bad luck, I think, with some of these other guys, but hoping to improve his spot. He is running in the 11th position. Maybe looking to crack the top 10. John Stanley running in the 12th spot here with 60 laps to go. He feels like, hey, you know, it ain't no big deal. I'm going to get out here, just run some laps, have some fun. Like the cars, they're fun. Not my forte, but going to get out here and support the league and give us some more drivers in the field and so forth. So decent little turnout here. We actually had 14. Somebody didn't make the grid because they lost connection. Actually lost connection to the internet. And Dirk Oost had to retire from the race. He had said he did not have the setup to be able to compete. And John Stanley running in the 12th spot. Peter Church, been a quiet night for Peter Church. Peter running in the 10th spot in the 60 car. Been a very, very quiet night there for Peter Church. But again, top 10 run for him. So maybe a decent little points day as we start the back half of this season today here at Nashville. Jairo Leveda, a little bit of a late entry into the IndyCar series. Showed up when Bardelli Jr. showed up today, and we get him all set and ready to go. And he is running in the 9th position in the 45 car. Well, Staniker is our leader. Zaleski running in the 2nd position. Snowden is 3rd. Vandertank 4th. Bardelli Jr. is 5th. Staniker, another one of those situations where he is just whipping the field. A lot of laps to go here. He could get caught up in somebody's deal. He did not have a very good race at Indy last week. Of course, I don't know. Really, nobody had a great race at Indy last week. We had some trouble with that. Guys warping out and so forth. Zaleski just ahead, at risk of going a lap down here if he doesn't jump up on the wheel. As our leader is all over the back of him right now. And here he goes. Hank Staniker looking to put Zaleski down a lap. And hear him shifting through the corner. Car seems like it's a little tight. Want the car to grip, get set up, and then have a little bit of torque coming off the corner. William Snowden has gotten around Zaleski as well. So Zaleski was up on the high side, and William Snowden able to use the toe from Staniker and gets around, and that was 4th position. So Staniker got through. As we take a look at this again, Staniker got through, left an opening right there that William Snowden was able to capitalize on and gets around. Matthias Zaleski. And Staniker is probably going to get a thank you after the race. Not sure what Zaleski might say, but Snowden's going to give him a thank you. Claudio Bardelli Jr. closing in, actually picking up a spot as it looked like Zaleski on the older tires has he's made a pit stop here. I think he is on pit lane, if I'm not mistaken. And that is the case. So Mateusz Zaleski is on pit lane as we speak. Here on lap 102. Now the question is, will Zaleski have enough fuel to be able to make it to the end with that late race or this late run pit stop? So Zaleski now back out on track, falling in the 8th position. Bardelli Jr. having a good night here, running in P4. Now it's a gift. He'll probably be in the stock car race later tonight. Right here at Nashville, of course. Judichin running in P5. Good run here for Denis Judichin. He's rolling up on some lap traffic. Alexander Meshkov gives him a lot of room. Now up to the 5th position. Meshkov back in the 7th spot. And Gordon Carter wanting to get through now, as Meshkov gives him a lot of room. And that right there is just solid racecraft. Meshkov realizes he's not on the same lap and he's going to let those guys go. Gordon Carter gets around, now picking up, or is in the 7th position, the 6th position. Denis Judichin is in 5th. Those guys have kind of teamed up, if you can't tell. Teamed up here and racing together, so it's going to be a good team points night for those two guys. Meshkov now running in the 7th spot. However, just 7/10 back is Zaleski. Remember, Zaleski has already made a pit stop, so he's on fresher tires, and he's closing in a hurry here on Meshkov. Meshkov going to the high side. He's going to let Zaleski go. And Zaleski picking up a spot, and Meshkov now falling back to the 8th position. Where'd he go? Who's driving that car? Take a look at Zaleski there closing in on Meshkov. Meshkov gave him a lot of room, and Zaleski able to sneak through. So we tested the plug-in before. We had some issues last week where the plug-in was loaded, everything was loaded fine, and there was somebody trying to get in with like an illegal car. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but it really caused some problems. We also had late in the race a couple guys warp completely off the track, and it messed up a lot of things there. So we were for whatever reason, the full course caution situation was not working. We were able to figure out who finished where and made it right with that respect. But made us a little gun shy coming into tonight's race. So we had to do some testing, make sure the track was plug-in was loaded, track was working correctly, and so far so good. And now we haven't had any caution flags, so we really need to test that. Van der Tang on pit lane, I believe. So actually looks like Van der Tang back out on track after making a pit stop. William Snowden running in the second position. Been a good run here for him. He showed up a little late for us today, but been a good run. The pole setter just finishing up his pit stop. That's Gordon Carter. And the fastest lap time started in P1. On and off pit lane. Coming back out in the 8th position. William Snowden getting around some lap traffic. Or some lap traffic getting around him, I should say. And that was JJ on fresh tires in P10. Snowden coming off the track to come down pit lane. That is lap 115 pit stop for him. So he is on pit lane. Here on lap 116 now. Meshkoff indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane as well. So Snowden on pit lane. More tires and fuel for that Dallara. Finishing up his pit stop. Now coming back out on track. Looks like Bardelli Jr. back on pit lane, and he might have missed his pit stall. Bardelli Jr., I think, missed his pit stall, and he is cattywampus in that pit stall there, so that's going to slow him down. He gave up P2 to come down pit lane, and that car did not like it. It looked like it made it into its pit stall very well. See if we can't check out what happened with Bardelli Jr. So this is Bardelli Jr. as he's making his pit stop. Everything okay here, but when he gets to his pit box, something goes awry. He did not get in there very well at all. We're following Claudio Bardelli Jr. on his pit sequence here just a moment ago. It's every little thing, man. Things happen so quickly here. You've got to be Johnny on the spot. It's every little thing that adds up, whether it be on the positive side or the negative side. Oh, there's what happened. There was contact. Contact coming into the pits. Holy Toledo. And that might have been, not sure who that was. I don't think that was Snowden. It might have been. Wow. So there we go. More to the story. More to the story. We'll take a look at this again, and there was contact, man. That's what it was. So a couple of guys are pitting at the same time. On board here with Bardelli. Take a look and see who this was. Now it's going to show the right positions here. This is a little bit of a current thing for the placing. And that was Meshkoff coming out of his pit box right there as Bardelli Jr. coming in, and there's contact. And Bardelli Jr. had to back up into his pit box. Yeah, boy. So Meshkoff, the Steneker is on pit lane, so our race leader's on pit lane. finishing up his pit stop. He didn't have anybody to deal with on that one, did he? So some contact there on pit lane for Bardelli and Meshkov. That's our drama so far for today. 123 laps in. Scheduled for 150. Dennis Judichin is on pit lane. William Snowden running in the second position. So Judichin on pit lane as we follow William Snowden running in P2. Judichin is in the 7th position. Now coming back out on track. Late race pit stops for some of these guys. Snowden is on the lead lap, and I don't think he wants to see Staneker have some trouble with getting through some lap traffic. That's going to help him, but if it's a clear track, I think Snowden is probably going to get swallowed up here. We'll see. Bardelli Jr. here late in this race. He's having a great race here, getting around Zaleski. Tejas Zaleski and Claudio Bardelli Jr. So a good battle there as Zaleski gives him a lot of room, knowing that Bardelli Jr. on a little bit fresher tires. It's late in the race, man. I think I'd be fighting a little bit harder than that. Peter Church picking up a spot, now up to the 10th position. Peter Church running in 10th. He is 4 laps down. Geraldo running in P11. 6 laps down. He's had some trouble here tonight. And 6 laps down for him, but a points night. So we are approaching 20 laps to go. And Hank Staneker is the leader. William Snowden running in the 2nd position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is 3rd. Mateus Zaleski is in the 4th spot. Graham Vandertang is running in 5th. Gordon Carter running in the 6th position. Dennis Judichin is 7th. Running in 8th is Alexander Mashkov. Jair Leveda is 9th. 10th is Peter Church. We knew Hank Staneker was going to be good here. I mean, we know he's good at all of these tracks. Sometimes he gets caught up in some things, and now he's in a little bit of lap traffic. So you got to just keep your head on the swivel here, get through this as smoothly as possible. This guy's going to give you a lot of room. Your only worry, I think, is somebody making a mistake, getting up into the wall, spinning out, or getting into another car trying to race for position. Staneker's been able to put 2 of the 3 behind him. Now closing in on William Snowden. Staneker a little bit tight there through that corner. Snowden wants to hold on to that spot. Now remember, there are no lucky dogs in IndyCars, so he wants to fight to stay on the lead lap. And I don't blame him. But he's not going to fight too hard. He realizes Staneker is faster, considerably faster. It's going to let him go. And that's something that will be repaid to you down the road. Stuff like that. You race a guy hard, you don't let them by so easily, they're going to do the same to you when it's time for you, when those roles are reversed. Bardelli Jr. having a great night here, running in third. Zaleski's fourth, and Vandertang rounding out the top five. But what a good night here for him, in spite of this late race incident on pit lane. Just another testament to his skill level at sim racing. I mean, he's, I'd say, of the three things that I've seen him race, you know, stock cars, Indy cars, and GT3, I'd probably say the GT3 is weakest of the three. But you put him out on an oval, and it's a different story. It's even pretty solid. I think, you know, the stock cars, probably his strongest road course effort would be the stock cars. Of the three, he didn't have a great race at Indy GP, but, you know, we've got another road course here coming up at the end of the season. We'll see how he can manage at Road America. Zaleski running in the fourth position. Good run here for the 60 car. 138 laps in. We are approaching 10 to go. Matthias Zaleski, a little bit of a late entry, I should say, in today's race. And he is looking at a top five finish. Running in fifth is Bram Vandertang. A good run here for him tonight. Teammates, I think, with Staneker. So he is one lap down, but he is running in the fifth position in that 08 car. I believe that's an 08. Or maybe just an 8. Who knows, man? I'm like 58 years old, man. Pretty close. Take a look at Alexander Meshkov. Meshkov running in the 8th position. He's such a contributor to the sim racing community. I know he's helped me out here at High Octane Racing League many times. He's even, you know, updated some tracks and so forth to make them a little bit more friendly for stock car racing, and we really appreciate all his efforts. Dude is such an even-keeled dude, and you know, one of those guys that would really do anything for you. And here he is running in the 8th position. One of our great Russian drivers, man. I think he might have been one of the first folks when I was racing sim racing that I knew from Russia as well. And he's a fantastic person, and I consider one of my best sim racing friends, really. It's the thing I like about sim racing, man, is we have such an international flavor here. We got folks from all around the world. You know, I teach high school, and I tell my kids, I said, I've met so many people from different parts of the world through sim racing. It's just amazing. We've ran Vandertang and Matthias Zaleski here battling for position. We got some excitement here. Vandertang to the inside, Zaleski to the outside line, and Vandertang's going to pick up a spot. He is now up to P4. Zaleski falling back to the 5th position. That's a late race pass. Take a look. As you see, setting himself up, gets a good run on the outside line behind Zaleski, dives down to the inside and gets around Zaleski. Zaleski has to tuck in the 5th spot. Now Vandertang starting to open up a gap here. Not messing around late in the race. That's what it's supposed to be like. There is go time. And there is hang out and wait time. This battle may not be over either. Zaleski is not that far back. He's only about a second and a half, and they're starting to get a little racy there with some lap traffic as well. Well, Hank Steneker is in control. And it's all over but the shouting now, unless he crashes out. 148 laps in, and he has been challenged early on, but able to make his way to the front. He didn't start on the pole here today. And just solid laps. That crew sets up those cars, and they are spot on with those setups. Just 2 laps to go for Hank Steneker. Down the front stretch, crossing the start-finish line. We got 1 lap to go here at Nashville. Steneker, a little bit of lap traffic in the way. They're going to play nice and let him go. So Hank Steneker getting around some lap traffic down the backstretch. Into turn 3. Hank Steneker here in race number 5 is going to bring home the victory here at Nashville. So congratulations to Hank Steneker. And another win for that crew at Steneker Performance Engineering. So congratulations to Hank. We try to line up and get him a good screenshot. So great job. Congratulations to Hank Steneker. Great win there for him. Let's see if he does the traditional burnout, huh? So a great win for Hank Steneker. Pretty dominating performance here. Took him a while to get there, but once he got there, he was off like a rocket ship. Let's take a look at the final results here. Look at the race results. Almost like I've never done this before. Take a look at the race results here tonight at Nashville. Hank Steneker gets the win. William Snowden finishes in P2. Claudio Bardelli Jr., great run there for him, finishes in 3rd. Bram Vandertang with a 4th place finish. Matthias Zaleski finishes in P5. Gordon Carter finishes in that 6th position. He was our pole setter here tonight. Dennis Udich and his teammate finishes in the 7th position. Alexander Meshkov finishes 8th. Jair Oliveira finishes in the 9th position. Peter Church finishes in P10. Finishing in P11 is Givaldo Spindola. John Stanley finishes in the 12th spot, and Dirk Oost finishes in 13th. We had no caution flags today as well, so wow, amazing. Pretty amazing there. Pretty amazing effort for these guys. So congratulations to Hank Jan Steneker for the win. we're joined by Hank Steneker here in the booth, and man, another great performance. Didn't start on the pole here tonight. Was there any reason to panic for you?
Well, for me, I was not sure how the start would go, so I was kind of prepared for to just sit in third and just suffer the dirty air. But yeah, the start went well, a lot better than I expected, honestly. So from there I just had clean air, and that helps a great deal around this track.
It looked like a lot of drivers were given a lot of room to certainly with the lead lap cars. There was some good racing early on, but once things sort of shook out, everybody was just sort of driving the track and trying to stay out of the wall. I saw some drivers that looked like they had a little bit of a loose condition. You know, was that your experience here going through the corners here at Nashville?
Well, I mostly had understeer when I was in a dirty air. So yeah, it wasn't really making me loose. But yeah, I was trying to use my tools to actually loosen up my car during the stint, because in the beginning of the stint I had a lot of, the car was very eager to oversteer, but then the front right does wear more, so yeah, I needed to compensate for that during the stint.
This track is called a super speedway, but it definitely does not race like a super speedway. There was a lot of room to deal with flat traffic tonight. And we come into a track next week, similar but different in many respects, at Iowa Speedway. You know, how do you feel about that track? Have you raced that track before?
I love Iowa. I've loved it ever since I turned my first laps there. It's I would say Nashville drives a lot like a super speedway. For me, it's very flat open and stuff like that, and then at the end you have to do a little bit of throttle control. On Iowa, it's a lot more of throttle control in the beginning already, and then you have Iowa has different lines possible, like high or low, especially in turns 3 and 4, and that's I love that. It makes the track so much wider to choose which way you will defend or attack, and yeah,
definitely things happen in a hurry at Iowa, so we'll be excited to see it back on the track. And you know, the team seems like they're doing really well as well. Your teammate had a great finish today, and good luck to you guys at Iowa next week.
Yeah, Bram had some misfortunes, but yeah, he was very strong, I think, in the traffic. Thank you. We will, we'll come back even stronger next week.
All right,
we'll
man.
try.
Hey, thanks a lot. Always good to see you in victory lane, bud.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for hosting the series. It's great.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, that's Hank Steneker joining us up here in the booth, and congratulations to him. Another win for the Hank Steneker Performance Engineering race team. His teammate had a great finish too, finished in the 4th position, I believe. So, fantastic job to those guys on a great, well-prepared effort here at Nashville. And as we mentioned, next week we will be at Iowa Speedway for 220 laps, man. And it's race number 6 of an 8-race season. As you see, we're well on the back half of this series, so the series season. So we got Gateway, just one more oval after Iowa, and then Road America to finish out the season. So 2 road courses, and then all these ovals scrunched in between. And we just had a date with Nashville today, and Iowa comes up next week. 'Cause, 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 Today's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash that bell. You'll get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Thanks for the support. Share my videos with all your friends out there on social media, wherever you can share YouTube videos, especially those sim racing fanatics, but even your family members as well. They want to come out and race. If you're racing with us, you want to see them, have them watch you, share the videos, man. All right, coming up later tonight, man, the Saturday Night Thunder will be in action at Nashville right here. We'll get the track cleaned off for them, huh? It will be another test race in the Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen Series, and that's coming up at 8 p.m. tonight. The High Octane Racing League Tough Truck will be back in action on Wednesday for another great race and another great season, and it will be Michigan to start off that season. We haven't been to Michigan in a while. So season number 3 going to start off really, really fast and really well with a 90-lap race in Michigan. That's always a fun track, man. That's coming up on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, congratulations to Hank Jan Steneker for getting the win, and thank you for all those folks coming out and watching me here on the YouTube channel and supporting the channel. Share the videos with your friends, as I mentioned. Thanks to all the folks that came in and chatted in the chat session as well. The High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will have a little bit of a redo. Race number 7, we had a problem with that track, or connection, I should say. Kicked all the drivers and so forth, so we're doing this race over again. That's race number 7. That'll be the final race of the season. 120-lap race coming up on Friday, June the 6th. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I really appreciate the effort tonight and all the fan support, all the drivers coming out and supporting the league and the channel as well. Thank you for joining me here. We'll see you next time, boys and girls. Until then, I am out of here.